All right, y'all. Well, we are in the Pinergy. I'm going to show you how to do a CMA. So I'm going to do a CMA on a house that I sold recently. So that way we can actually see how to do a CMA. So I'm going to do the first thing, which is go to property history right here. And I'm going to type in the street. Oops. And we're going to do Canton. We're going to go here. All right, so this is property history. So this shows the sale price and everything that I sold it for. So I'm going to take this MLS number right here. This is the number you need. And I'm going to go up to tools. I'm going to go to comparative market analysis. I'm going to do new CMA. So the new CMA is going to be the address. I have to do two because I did one before. The first name and last name of the client. And then under here, which is MLS listing as subject property, because it was in the MLS system, you have the ability to do this. You put it in. Oh. I think that ended in. Sorry. MLS does this sometimes. So it was an O. 722410. Okay. There we go. And I can save the property. So if I go over to search MLS, it'll auto-populate exactly what I'm looking for, which is Canton. In order to have the listing. Okay. So this will pull up all the sold listings. So we want to actually narrow this down to 62 here. So you know the zip code. So I'm going to do 4 Canterbury. And I'm going to say the zip code 02021, which is Canton. And I'm going to say within 1 mile. So we're going to do within 1 mile, count. Now we're at 15 listings. So that's a little better. So this will give us a valuation. Single family sold rented. I could do number of bedrooms, but 15 houses, I can go through those. The house is a raised ranch. So you don't want to compare like, capes or anything like that. So looking at the house now itself, this house had a little bit of an older kitchen, but it looked updated. The bathroom was definitely updated, but not fully. So it looks like it's updated, but we know because of our profession, it's not fully updated. It had hardwood floors. This house had a really spacious living room that connected to a dining room that went out to kind of a bonus porch. So when I'm going through these houses that can compare it, ironically, the house is there, I'm going to actually find houses that look like it. So this is the house. It's here as sold because it was sold within that time period that we have here. I'm actually going to go back and just do 3 months instead of 6 months because I don't want that house in here. So now we're down to 10 houses. Okay. So looking at the house, and let's say, for instance, I was doing a CMA. This one looks like it would be similar to it. It looks like a colonial. So this one, I believe, if I look down, is a newer construction. So that is going to be obviously too high, but if we have a little to pick from, we're going to have to go buy it. So this one is definitely over its value than the other one. So let's just go back. Let's go below it. So we know that that's obviously too expensive. Let's look at this one on Casey Street. So Casey Street is square footage 2164. I believe this one has about that 1900 square feet. And if you look, you can see that the house is similar in size. So now we can look at the pictures. Let's see how updated it is. So it has a very similar outside to the other house. Kitchen, I mean, it's updated, but not new updated. It's like kind of probably like 90s, thousands updated. It's white, so it's desirable. Seems like this living room's kind of an odd layout. Oh, that's very similar. This picture right here. Bathroom, very similar. Ours is updated. So ours is actually better than this house. Looking at this house is actually not as nice. The backyard's nice. This one actually has 2 floors. The other one, when you walk down, it's split. So one's below and one's above. The stairwell on this one looks like it just goes up to a 2nd floor. So this house is actually not as nice as our house. And this one actually sold for $616, which is unbelievable. So I am going to add this to the CMA. So what we do here is add to CMA. Okay. Now we're going to go back and we're going to find another house. Let's see. This is definitely going to be too big. It's a colonial. It has a huge lot. This isn't going to fly. So now we're kind of stuck because obviously this one wasn't as nice and this one is too nice. And then the one that we added was kind of perfect. So let's look at this one. This one is small. It's a little tiny ranch. Let's just look at the pictures. It's updated. It's just tinier. So square footage wise, we're definitely going to have an issue. So why don't we add it and then we'll do the difference of the square feet. So add to CMA. Now, if I go to the actual results, you're going to see price adjustments. There's 2 houses here. So right now it's kind of having us valued at 523 just from the cost approach. But we're going to have to do adjustments for square footage. We need one more property. So let's go to search MLS. Let's up it to 4 months and see if we find anything. If not, I can change the radius larger or I can actually get rid of the radius. So, all right, let's see what that house brought us. So that did not bring us a house. Okay, so let's go back. So let's change it to 1.5 miles instead of 1.1. All right, so that 16 has got to be something there. Casey Street, Sherman Street, Worthington. No, let's see underneath. Greenwood. Oh, Greenwood would work. Draper, that might work. All right, let's check out Draper. So Draper looks similar, square footage wise. Ours is nicer than Draper. Their kitchen's nicer. So there's some things that are nicer and then some things aren't. This one technically, I think, has the same square footage. So let's add it. This one works. All right. And let's go back one more. I just want to see the other one here, which was Greenwood. Okay. So if we click on Greenwood, let's see what that's about. So this one's actually really similar to it. Looks almost exactly the same. Ours is nicer. So this is actually a good one as well to add. So let's add this one. Add CMA. This one just looks busy. It's not really the house, but it's just busy. Okay, so let's go to price adjustment. So we have a couple more. We have actually 4 now. Based on the fact that the Washington Street, Greenwood, so this one actually isn't even that same layout. So I'm going to get rid of this altogether because there's really no reason to have it at this point. So I'm going to remove it from the CMA. So the way I do that is go back to comparative properties. And it is this one. Delete. Okay. So we're going to compare them to Raised Ranch and Colonial. So price adjustments. All right, let's just look at the square footage. So this auto-populates now, which is kind of cool. It didn't do it before. So I'm going to just do living area just to make sure we're not totally off on the living area. All right, so 2,000 square feet is mine, 1,500 this one, and this one. Okay, awesome. So if I wanted to, if I knew what the price per square foot was in Canton, I can do the difference of the living area. We can see that on the CMA, but for now, I'm just trying to get a quick valuation. So if I go and they auto-adjusted things here, now I can go to the print and export, and I'm going to PDF it. And we're going to pull it up, and we're going to look at it. Takes a second because MLS has a little bit of a slow server when it comes to CMAs. Kind of annoying, but okay. So let's scroll all the way down. I'm going to check price per square foot. I'm going to click on it. Down here. Okay. So we have a price per square foot of $323. So right now it's saying that based on the square footage, this house is worth $670. I don't think that that is accurate. Obviously, that is way too high for this property. But if we go up here, we have an indicated value by sale comparison of $558. So that's actually really, really good. So based on the $558 value, okay, we can say that with comfortable level that this house will sell for around that price. Now, because of the fact that there was actually, so if we go back to the price, so based on the price per square foot, you can actually see that $323. If we go back, we can adjust it. So if I go here to price adjustments, $323, you had living area. If I go back and I add it on, well, actually I should go down here, sorry. Living area. Here. So you have 2,076, so that's about 500 square foot difference. So 500 times 300, obviously you can do the math, comes out to be about 150K. Obviously we don't want to add 150K because that is just not going to be accurate to the property. If I right now was to add 150K to this, we're at like 600. So the price per square foot is not the best method for this. When it's accurate, that then is a different story. So looking at the way that I did actually do it, we want to go back to the print and export. Actually, I'm sorry, go to NetSheet. So that's the valuation. So they're saying it's going to sell anywhere between 544 and 572. This is accurate. If I save it and I show you what it actually sold for, you will see that the subject property sold for 540. So see how amazing that is, where it literally, and that was back then, this was actually in the fall. So this now being the spring market, I think we can go higher. So probably would have sold for about 570 right now, but it's nice to know that we were dead on the money. So the CMA definitely works if you do it. I wouldn't play with it and I wouldn't try to fight it. On another video, I'm going to show you how pricing it now with these numbers to show them the value is going to make a big difference.